Alright, back again. I believe it is the 23rd of May. And I found, it's rained a lot recently, so the back of my dad's house has become quite muddy. But if anything, it just makes it easier for me to think and be more, as a plane overhead, so it's gonna be a bit loud. But I wanted to just talk about something that I thought of for 3 days, but then procrastinated on to not end up doing the work. Although first I'd like to commemorate this little patch of woods for being so calming, I guess. It's a very small patch, probably not even 3 acres, 4 acres, 5 acres big. Maybe a little more than that, but there's houses all around it. There's this one over here, and they're building like a mansion on that side. If I can see the construction currently. But I worry it'll be gone soon, and I want to enjoy all the time I can in here because it truly feels mystical. For that though, I'd like to just talk about something I realized a few days ago. If you remember correctly, well, no, you wouldn't know unless you're not someone I know watching this. A few days ago was the spring concert, and it was just a collection of different type of songs, different groups of people play. I can't even explain it that well. It's kind of sad, but I got to see people I haven't seen in years. I don't want to name drop them, I guess, but they're people I haven't seen in a long time, and it was great seeing them. Although it didn't seem like a lot of them had a lot going on, but college just ended for them, so that makes sense. And then, after doing all that as well, what happens the day before, as well as what's coming up, really just makes me think about the type of life I lead and the friends I have. I guess what I'm trying to say in that vein is I feel like a nervous wreck around people who I'd love to be friends with because it feels so hard to connect with people. I don't know if it's necessarily COVID's fault, but there's always been a problem since then where I find it really hard to communicate with people. I can act a certain way around people, but at the same time, it seems to be just the way they think about me, and I act the way I think I should act around them. A lot of the times I don't act like myself, and it makes me kind of sad that I feel like I'm unable to communicate what I truly feel with these people. So, all stuff like that just makes me feel really sad, I guess. But I mean, there's no but. That's just it. There's so many people. I'm someone who, I guess, sorry, I tripped a little bit. I had to get on my feet again. But I just see so many people, and I don't really care if they're, a year or two younger or older. I try to be friends with people, and I'm trying to build that back up. I've mentioned this in past recordings, and I've mentioned this other times, I guess. But I just worry about how I'm going to lead my life in the future. That's odd. And part of that worry is because, will I even have the same friends by the end? Hopefully I'd make new ones, but I'd like to keep the ones I already have. I've already expressly mentioned this in the past, but I know it's not something I can just do easily. Yes. Jesus. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to talk because I know the names of these people, and I might send this to them. I might not, but I might. Yes. Yeah. I don't care whether you're a girl or a guy who I've met in bands since a long time ago. A lot of you would really want to be your friend. I'd really want to be your friend. I'd love to hang out after school or just do something in general. Most of you I might not see for a very long time because I'll be graduating in less than a month. And college stuff has been weighing me the hell down. I feel like I am stuck, flat, and unable to figure out my own life. And even times like this where you have a 5-day weekend, I can't seem to get my shit together and ask people, because the thought of even asking someone to take time out of their life to see me is paralyzing. But even though it's like that, I really just want to, I guess in the same vein, thank people, which is weird, because I just spent, I don't know, a minute talking about how scared I am to be around people outside of school, because I feel like I'm wasting their lives around someone like me. But I've been feeling really shitty recently. Life's felt like it's lacked meaning. I constantly worry my family's going to fall apart. So much shit happening at home. So much shit I wish I could help with. And so much that I know that I can't really help with. It's really disheartening whenever I hear my family speak about stuff like this, because they don't want my help. I wish I'd be able to help. And I want to do so much to my life, but I'm always worrying about familial approval, even though I know most of that is bullshit, especially because I'm honestly able just to kind of leave and do whatever I want now. Well, I guess in some vein, even though I might never gain up the courage to say this to you guys in person, I'm going to direct this to everyone I've spoken to in my music career, my music life in school, everything past that, because I'm going to do music in college. There's no way I can't, and it'd be easy to get a community of that somewhere. Although I guess one thing I'd like to say is thank you. Thank you for, even if you don't seem to notice me all that much, thank you for being there at all, able to experience these moments with me. And thank you for being, I don't know, kind of like distant cousins, I guess. It's like you have a good time around them, but you don't really see them too often. Thank you for making me know that other people who I can really enjoy, spend some time around. I don't care about being the center of focus or attention, but I really just wish I could just grab something that would help me fix all my problems, even though I know it's impossible. And in a way, I guess I love every one of you, because you've always been people who would laugh, people who I could relate to, people who always made me feel less alone, even if it wasn't like friends. It was just people to be in my presence. And it's, I guess, helped me through a lot of things. I've never really put too much thought into something like suicide, but it's like a very constant wonder, since I'm so scared to talk to people. It's basically like I don't exist, so would it change much? And not only that, just my own worth. I constantly challenge my own worth in life. And God, I've talked about this so many goddamn times, but just stir up one theme. I just wish I did something that could actually feel like it mattered to other people. I love being in your presence and your company, but it's really hard to feel like I matter in that sense. It's very hard to think of anything that could actually be worthwhile. I don't know if I can really talk to people I consider friends, and in many cases I can't. I just kind of freeze and don't know what to do. In many cases I'm lost and I don't know how to handle myself, or don't know how to ask people to do even the most menial things. I want people to ask me to do things, but I can't even ask someone else. It takes like all my willpower. It took me months just to ask somebody to go to the movies, and that's like the most basic thing that you can't even really worry about too much, because in the movies you don't talk to other people. If I'm not scared to talk about going to the movies, what chance do I have to actually trying to hang out with another person? I don't even know how to hang out. How do you hang out with somebody? I don't know. I feel like it's been so long. I don't even know what hanging out really is like. I don't know what it's like to actually hang out with somebody, to spend time with someone else in a meaningful way. I don't know how to do that. And it feels fucking pathetic. I don't want to feel pathetic, but it certainly does, because it's like, wow, I can't even ask somebody to do something with me, because I don't even know what that's like. I can't even remember what that's like. I've never really done it in a big extent ever. I've never really been a part of something big like that. Makes me want to die sometimes, but I guess that's not surprising. And I guess people think about me, but I don't know. Getting us back on topic, I guess. Thank you, everybody, I guess, from the band. Everybody who cares, not necessarily for... screw that. Forget the last 10 seconds. I can't really cut that out. But thank you for just being, I guess, a presence, something to be with and alongside. Makes me feel like I belong in a sense. You all really feel like, I guess, somewhat of a family, but that just sounds too cheesy. And all I can really hope for is maybe in the future I get the courage to ask you guys something. I don't know if it'll be during Memorial Day or even something after, but it's just really scary. I find it really scary to talk to people, even in general. I can find snippets and times to do things, but other than those snippets, I have no clue what I'm supposed to do. I can't really go back home because I don't feel like myself around my family, nor do I feel it around people I consider friends at school. I don't even know who I am around myself. I don't really know who I am as a person. God, I wish I did. But sadly, that's just not how things turn out. It's not gonna stop me from trying. But I just don't know what the fuck to do. Can't even talk to another person. Even without that part in. Thank you. You're one of the reasons that have kept me going. So when I leave in the coming months, I don't know what I'll do with myself. I'm struggling to do something I find fun right now. It's gone from doing this as a hobby to therapy. And my life is just... Thank you.